Got to pay closer attention. Jesse Nelson, who's always up to speed. And you're not taking Evan up on your 1 year off, just to be clear. I got some questions after the show. I don't want to say that some people
Evan was
were
qualified to. I don't think Evan's available to do that actually either.
He's pretty high up in the company. I don't know. All I know is
but
I got a few people who were concerned and a few people that were intrigued by the idea. So you're not accepting that offer, is that correct, Jesse?
Well, to my knowledge, it hasn't been formally presented to me. If it was
okay. So it's still a possibility if it's
I'm a big
if it's made
believer in
available.
don't make any decisions on the spot. Think all things over before you, officially commit. So we'd have to consider some options, yeah.
You can hear more about the suggestion that Jesse could take a year off and then return to his job, and he would be judged, which I don't think he's concerned about, on yesterday's podcast on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And from his undisclosed location, he's the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Tauscher, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I don't understand. You are a NFL beat writer for 30 years.
Theoretically, yes.
You, for as much as you hate Elon Musk and Twitter, you're on there. I see you. And
occasionally.
You're on there a bit, and which is good. You should be. And you're on other platforms. You're telling me you didn't see that kick has been, it's probably 100 million views on different platforms.
So, Sid had her first
on Good Morning America.
There's something really off. Because Jason watches stuff with the background noise on, but then he watches it without it. Like, there's some
malfeasance,
inconsistencies. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Jesse. You know what I'm saying.
Detective Tausch is right. Something doesn't add up here. How have you gone?
Something doesn't add up. It smells.
48
hours.
It
smells bad. It smells real bad.
Without seeing the Younghoe Koo kick that never was.
Yeah, it's bad.
That everyone has seen.
I don't think he's ever going to be able to kick again. Like, if that happens, every time you're going to kick him, it's hard enough. Wind and getting it blocked and all this other stuff. And now you have to think you might not even hit the ball?
Yeah, chunked
That'd be hard to overcome. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be kicking much longer in the league.
So Sydney had her first club volleyball practice. Yeah, well, they could sign him off the practice squad. He and Younghoe Koo tried out together for the Giants, and the Giants picked Younghoe Koo instead of him.
I think we caught the best of Havrasik.
I think you're possibly very much right, by the way.
And by the way, for everybody, people are giving me grief before you get into Sydney and your volleyball and everything else. I was crystal clear that when McManus was healthy, he was my kicker. I just want to make sure.
Who's giving you grief?
No, because I said free Havrasik when McManus came back early from his quad because he thought he might lose his job, and they didn't put him on IR when they should have given him a 4-week break. Mm-hmm. I have been steadfast that he is our kicker. I didn't want him kicking when he was hurt. He did. It hurt the team.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you were right. You were right as rain the whole way through on that. You absolutely were.
He's the Matt Flynn of kickers.
Who, Havrasik?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because Matt Flynn didn't succeed then in Seattle.
No, because he's got a record.
By Russell Wilson.
Stepped in, set a record for the Packers, turned some heads.
That's really good, Jesse.
And probably
Jesse,
that's probably his peak.
We're going to miss
what
that
kind start. Well done, Jesse.
We're going to miss that kind of insight when you take the year off.
See you in October 2026.
That was really good. You might want to start right now after such a strong start. I didn't want to make this a big deal. I just wanted to confess to it. I'm not lying about this. There's nothing stinky about this scenario, Detective Tausch. I just hadn't seen it, and I was embarrassed when Sydney said that on our way home from her volleyball practice. And I was like, no. And she said, well, I'll send you the clip. And I thought exactly what you said. It's 100% true. I am an NFL beat writer. How the heck am I learning this from my 14-year-old? I was embarrassed, and I wanted to share it with the class. That's all. That's all I wanted to do.
Kind of embarrassing.
Yeah,
it is.
Jason, I got a serious question for you.
Oh, no.
And you're not going to like it.
Okay,
So
I appreciate you preparing me.
I'm nervous
I'm gonna
about
really irritate you here, so be ready.
No,
Good
I
warning
hope
signal.
not.
Yeah.
Jesse and I have a kind of a way we handle you, where we don't get after you till later in the show. That's one of my. It's one of my rules. Like if I'm going to get after you, it's like 11:15 and later. That's kind of my rule. But I have a serious question because there is no doubt you love storytelling. I don't have any question about that. I know you love it. I know you love telling people stories.
Yeah.
Do you love football?
It's a good question, and it doesn't irritate me because I think it runs a little bit deeper than that, frankly. And now you're going to be irritated with me with the way I'm going to take this, but it's true. I was at an event recently, and I was with Associated Bank and with George Kuntz. And George Kuntz, in our presentation that we did, the Q&A session we did, mentioned that he sustained 17 concussions during his NFL career. Now, to your point about storytelling, George Kuntz is a phenomenal story, right? I mean, this guy was an undrafted free agent from East Carolina. His mom worked 4 jobs to care for him and his siblings. He was an undrafted free agent. He played in the World League, not NFL Europe. He played in the predecessor to that called the World League, and he got to play in the exotic international city of Columbus, Ohio, playing for the Ohio Glory. But he ends up a crucial piece of the Packers' 1990s renaissance. He misses the Super Bowl win with a torn ACL, but he's a great story. But when he said 17 concussions, it led to a discussion afterward about the players that I have covered over my career, including yourself. We don't make CTE jokes on this show. We allow you to interrupt whenever you feel the need to because you're worried you're going to forget something. I've spent a lot of time in the locker room with a lot of people who I came to respect, who I came to like, some that I love. And my issue with football, I don't claim to know it as well as former players. That's why I believe in talking to experts about things that I don't know as much about. And that's why we love Bryan Bulaga coming on here. And we love having you, and we love having Nordy, and we love having Matt Bowen yesterday, who was freaking phenomenal, by the way. If you missed that, be sure you go back on ESPN Wisconsin app to listen to him. He was outstanding. But my issue with football is, and I think I have for a commoner, for a writer, not a player, I think I have a pretty good understanding of the game. I have a complicated feeling about the game because I've seen some really awful things happen to people. And so I struggle with that. And so do I watch it for a lot of my own personal enjoyment? No, I don't. Like, Nick Collins is one of our favorite guys. I mean, there's a guy who is on his way to Canton when he suffers a career-ending neck injury, right? Chewy, our teammate on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, great storyteller, awesome guy. We love having him on our team. I've known him forever. But he is constantly worried about all the different things that he's got wrong with him. And you guys, as players, have to figure out the balance between, which I would struggle with. This is the game that gave me so much. And I love the game, and I love all the teammates I had, and all the time I spent in the locker room with them, and the adulation and everything else, and the money, and all that. At the same time, I don't think people always appreciate how much you take as a risk to play this game for our entertainment. And when you give me grief about the whole, entertain me, you're right. We all want to be entertained. But just for me, because I'm soft and I'm, emotional and all the other things that sometimes are good qualities and sometimes aren't, my relationship with football is a little more complicated than that. And so I just don't, I for example, I look around, A lot of what I have and paying all the bills around here is because of what? Football, right? I cover the most popular team in the state. I have all these different opportunities because the subject matter that I cover is far more interesting. I loved covering high school sports. I don't have this if I cover high school sports. And so that is that is the very long answer to my do I love football.
Yeah, and I think...
So did you watch Commanders Broncos or not?
I did not. No, I caught the last minute and a half when it happened to be on.
That's a good answer. So that's where when you're not a fan and there's not the passion, I understand all that. I think it is complicated, and there's I think players and people that are covering it. There is a complication to it. So good answer. Nice job.
Thanks. You know what the answer is if your windows suck?
Yep.
Call Gina Della and the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin
right.
Elves.
Not Santa.
Well, if you'd let me get through here, I could let you know. Ensure your home remains comfortable before we have that brutal post-holiday winter. Santa, he's magical, but his elves, they aren't qualified to build Pella's windows and doors. So instead of going through the big red guy, take advantage of 0 interest for 24 months with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It can be hard to find a good bargain during the shopping season. Well, we just gave you one. And Pella's elves, they will install year-round and can finish installation as little as a day. But hurry up. The deal ends December 31st, so schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
A lot lighter subjects. Not just Young Wei Koo's chunking his... So that ended up being a sack? Is that what that ends up being?
How did we go from did you see the Young Wei Koo kick to what we just did for 5 minutes?
And in the middle there was, I'm going to ask you a question, you're not going to like it.
Well, I would just think, because the hard part, I'm sure, on your end is you don't want to just do stuff for money. You want to do it because you're passionate about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's 1,000 ways for you to tell stories. You could get into 100 different avenues, right?
Yeah.
That's the tricky part. That's where I think some people on the outside are like, well, if you don't have a passion or a love of it and you are conflicted, it is trickier. That's all. That was kind of my point.
No, I appreciate the opportunity.
And you could do the same thing as players, because there's not a lot of ways for guys to make the kind of money that you make playing football. There's not.
Right. And there are certain guys that...
And you do pay the price. There is no doubt about that.
When you're trying to shovel your walkway and you can't use one of your legs.
I do think people are more in tune with it than maybe you think. Probably not to the degree, but I think people... That's why I think you get the admiration still when you're done playing. Thank you for your service that we use in jest from a football standpoint, because we do give up a lot.
We will lighten the mood after my serious answer to Tausch's question, and we'll get ready for our buddy Bryan Bulaga next. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Nothing pairs better with Bucks basketball than hoops, friends, and the superior taste of Michelob Ultra. Join me, Josh DiMaggio, and the ESPN Milwaukee Street Team Saturday night at Club Paragon in Greenfield as we watch the Bucks take on Detroit. Tip-off at 6:30. We'll have prizes, ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and your chance to win a pair of Ultra Club Bucks Suite tickets for the December 31st home game. Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Milwaukee Bucks. Also enjoy Michelob Ultra at Deer Camp Milwaukee, Bullwinkle's Brookfield, and 3rd Street Market Hall, Milwaukee.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. Down 8 with 7 minutes left in regulation, Marquette refused to fold, rallying late to force overtime and ultimately take down Valparaiso 75-72 at Fiserv Forum. Senior big man Ben Gold delivered in a massive way after the break, pouring in 13 of his 17 points in the second half while going a perfect 3 of 3 from deep and hauling in 4 clutch rebounds.
Back out Ben Gold, open 3, good again. He's hit 3 all here in the second half.
The win bumps the Golden Eagles to 5-4 on the season. Next up, a trip to Madison on Saturday to face in-state rival Wisconsin.
For your little ones and your biggest joys,
for your forever true and your fur kids too. For all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Support your overall health so you can be your best for those who matter to you most. Call John Saganiak Jr. John Saganiak Jr., Saganiak Planning, 262-783-6161. Saganiak Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Winneconne Wolves quarterback and 3-star Iowa commit Brody Schaefer. Schaefer was nothing short of heroic in the Division V state championship, powering Winneconne to a 28-22 comeback win over Little Chute, capping a perfect 14-0 season. Down 9 late, Schaefer ignited the rally with an interception early in the fourth quarter, then led the Wolves on back-to-back scoring drives. He finished the night completing 11 of 16 passes for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns, while rushing for 123 yards and another score. Brody's play fueled a balanced Wolves offense and set up the game winner, an 8-yard touchdown run by Mason Matthew with just a minute and 20 seconds left. Winneconne claimed just the second state title in school history. Congratulations to Brody Schaefer, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods. Now through Wednesday, save on 64-ounce selected varieties Old Orchard Juice, 2 for $5. 8.1 to 11.5-ounce selected varieties Bear Creek Soup Mix, 2 for $7. 6-ounce selected varieties Blue Diamond Almonds, 2 for $6. 10.5 to 11.25-ounce selected varieties New York, Texas, or Garlic Toast, 2 for $5.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, 1 electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list to get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Wilde and Tausch rolls on as we get ready for Bryan Bulaga to join us. Matt LaFleur will be at the podium during the 11 o'clock hour, so you'll make sure you want to catch that. We'll have updates for you throughout that entire time. But let's flip the script.
Yeah, I agree. That's on me. It's on me. I should always stick with my rule of nothing real heavy until 11:15. So that's on me.
I thought
As
it was
Jesse
just nothing that would
discussed,
irritate me.
Why did you?
It's a little bit of both.
Don't keep looping
So
me
Jesse
into
and I
your
have had those
plans
discussions,
here.
and that's good.
Is
it me, or does it feel like both sides are trying to play nice and not really for Sunday? And I kind of feel like everybody, Ben Johnson throws his red meat at the Bears during his opening presser back in January, whenever it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now everybody is kind of, let's play nice. I think the Packers are much more confident. It just feels like much more confident than where the Bears are at. I think the Bears are treading and hoping, and maybe I'm just looking at that because I am a Packer fan, but it feels like everybody is just kind of, let's not do anything to spur anything on or any fires.
Kind of like you until 11:15. Yeah.
Well done.
So
Exactly.
I have a question so we can get ready for Bryan Bulaga. We'll get into the Packers-Bears rivalry. Are there any of these rules that you have enacted since you've announced the one that you and Jesse have teamed up on to manage me? Do you have any of these rules with Matt LePay, your other work partner, broadcast partner, and friend?
I do not have any rules with Matt. Matt,
because he's more of a pro than I am.
To answer your question, no, I don't have any with him.
Because the good people at Awful Announcing proclaiming that the dynamic duo of Matt LePay and Mark Tauscher are the number 4 ranked college football radio team in all the land.
You're number 4. You're number 4.
Tausch, when this came across your desk, what were your initial thoughts?
Who's ahead of us?
God, can't you just revel in the fact that they ranked 68 teams and you're number 4?
You asked me what I thought. That's what I thought. I'm not going to lie to you.
I appreciate you not lying.
And then I read it, and listen, man, I know where there's a pecking order in life. Matt LePay is the best in the business. And he is if it was just up to who is the best play-by-play guy, he would be probably number 1 with a big gap. And so Matt has lugged me up, and, he is the best. So I'm not surprised by that. He's really blanking good at his job.
So to answer Tausch's question, although they got an A grade and they got 92.7% votes of A, B, or C, the tandems that ranked ahead of LePay and Tausch, the Indiana Hoosiers team of Don Fisher and Buck Sir are number 3.
Buck Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
At number 2, Justin Allegri and Mike Pawlowski, who I believe is a former quarterback for this school. The Cal Golden Bears of the ACC. And the number 1, according to Awful Announcing's college football radio play-by-play and color analyst tandems, the Ohio State Buckeyes with Paul Keels and Jim Lachey.
Ohio State.
Yeah, we can't beat Ohio State in anything.
Nope.
We can't beat Ohio State in anything, can we?
For those who have not seen this, and I'm being told by sources that our good friend Dan Kelly, retired from AmFam, but now a professor at the University of Wisconsin. He'd be the most popular business professor in the history of the University of Wisconsin. Was among the people who voted. So apparently they opened this up to everybody, and he gave you guys an A. So I'm happy to report
we appreciate Dan.
That
I give Dan an A.
Yeah.
I'll give Dan an A on everything that he is looking at.
Should we check the commentary from the article?
Well, see, that's where I was. It's not 11:15, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Shocker.
They picked up 30 A's on 55 grades.
That's pretty dang good, man.
You guys
Very
are good.
Yeah.
We all know you're good. But some of what they chose for this paragraph is something else. The comments particularly keyed in on LePay. Some remarks there included Wisconsin fans are lucky to have Matt LePay, who is one of the very best. LePay is a pro's pro, one of the best. And Matt LePay, in my opinion, is the ideal football/basketball radio announcer. He simply doesn't miss a beat. Listening to his broadcasts, you feel like the action is right in front of your eyes. Yeah. And he doesn't fill in gaps with nonsense. He is completely focused.
What a pro.
Tauscher also drew some praise including, quote, has fit right in with his passion for his alma mater.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a really nice compliment. Thank you. Awful announcing.
And your typical O-line guy with tons of fat jokes and an understanding of dominating the game up front.
Yeah.
So I'll say this.
Joke.
I mean,
typical O-line
obviously,
guy.
I watched the game through because I always say, and the best advice I've gotten in doing this is, why did the play happen? You know, obviously radio's a little different than TV. You have to describe it.
Yeah.
But why did it happen? In almost every play, why does something happen? Usually something, if there's a TFL, well, the right guard got beat with a power move by the defensive tackle.
Sure.
So that is exactly, as long as I am blessed to have this opportunity to work with Matt, my eyes will always be there, and then it will spread out. So that is how I do games. And I ain't changing.
You shouldn't.
This whole fat guy joke idea, I don't know where the hell any of this is coming from, because that is not anything. I do that on this show, but I was trying to think.
Four-way stretch from Iron John.
Yes. I was trying to think of when did I do that in a game format? I just haven't. So I have come to learn, and people are like, oh, you. I have had backhanded compliments my whole life. I could sit and just be pissed off and complain about it, or I could say, to hell with you, I am going to live my life, and that is the road I've went down for the last 25 years, and I feel a lot better about it doing it that way. So that is so dumb, and if that's what cost us from being number 4 to number 1, shame on awful announcing. That's what I would say.
I think it's a great honor. I cannot recommend enough, as I have said for years, it's very easy now with the dawn of being able to pause live TV. It is very easy to sync up the radio broadcast, which you can get on the Varsity app from Learfield, with your TV experience. And I cannot recommend it enough. The chemistry that you guys have is great. I think number 4 out of 68 teams ranked is really, really good. That puts you in the college football playoff. And I was
even
when
the
I
old
saw that.
Playoff.
Oh, top 4.
Even in the old playoff.
Right, exactly.
It did say
so I thought it was well deserved.
Not just some fat guy jokes, tons of fat guy jokes.
Yeah, because they were trying to say tons being fat. Like you get how writers
clever.
do it.
Yeah,
it's
funny.
lame.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's a lame deal. But I will just want to echo again, and you guys all know how I feel about Matt. Everything that they said there is 1,000% true about Matt, and we are incredibly blessed that he is here, and we'll continue to push him to stay until he's 85 years old. That is the goal that we have. So
that is
whether or not we'll be successful with that, I don't know, but we'll push.
I am definitely on that team as well. So congratulations to you guys. You are also, it's worth noting, among the finalists for Wisconsin Sportscaster of the Year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're having a good year,
Nice.
man.
Pretty good year. For having a bad football team, we had a pretty good year.
If you just
Tons of fat jokes.
If you just tone down the fat guy jokes a little bit, you might be in good shape to win.
Or maybe I need to add more. I don't know. Maybe I have to even crank it up a little bit more.
I got. we need to get to Bryan Bulaga, who played offensive line with Tausch, and he could do that job too if Iowa ever called him and wanted him. But I don't think they would be able to have him do it from his home in Florida. So
another typical O-line guy.
Fewer fat jokes though from Bryan Bulaga, I think. Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just saying. He doesn't
what is
make
that
as many jokes about fat guys. That's all. I don't make any jokes about Racine Danish Kringle, and I got a notification from UPS.
Well, you kind of do. You have these fun jingles, and you're having laughs. You make a lot of jokes about Racine. Not the actual product, but the contest and everything else. It's fun.
Yeah, but I don't make
a lot of fun.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair criticism. I appreciate that.
Thank you. It's not a criticism. It's an observation.
I was more making jokes about how much I love Racine Danish Kringle and how I look. Those were kind of the jokes that I was.
Tausch, wait till 11:15. Remember the plan.
Boy, I love the fact you're so scared to acknowledge that we have a plan. That's the funny part about it.
You should make your plan to join our Jingle for Your Kringle contest presented by Racine Danish Kringles. You can win Kringle for a year, a whole year, like the Kringle of the Month Club you would be in, if your 60-second or less jingle is selected as our Jingle for Your Kringle winner. All you got to do is go to ESPNWisconsin.com, submit your song. It's easy now, right? You don't have to have a orchestra behind you, right? Just jump on your phone, sing into your phone, and send it to us. All you got to do is make sure you include the phrase, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition, in your song. And if you do that, you will have a chance to win Kringle for a year. And if you don't want to sing, but you still want to enjoy all the great flavors of Racine Danish Kringle, just go to Kringle.com or call them at 800-4-DANISH to order. They have been a great partner of ours for a very, very long time. This is one of the fun things we do around the holidays, and we appreciate their partnership very much. Speaking of things we appreciate, every Wednesday with Bryan Bulaga. He will join us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation. Whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients. We make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
This fall, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-service beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
Are you sick and tired of sad, skimpy, frozen pizzas that lack toppings and flavor? Problem solved. Screamin' Sicilian brings the party to pizza with mountains of whole milk mozzarella, premium meats, and veggies stacked to the sky. No tweaks necessary. Just tons of toppings and amazing flavor. Just bake it, bite it, and let it rip. Mamma mia! Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian. Toppings piled high, screaming loud, always delicious.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Say hello to Bryan Bulaga. We say goodbye to his signature intro music because, again, it creates some issues on the YouTube and the Spotify. Even though we pay good money pay royalties, if you will, for that music, we are making the shift to royalty-free tunes to try and improve your experience on YouTube and get back on Spotify. But that doesn't change how much we love this guy, no matter what music we use for his walk-up music. It is Bryan Bulaga on Wilde and Tausch. Bryan, if you have any royalty-free favorite songs, let us know. We can send you some options.
Yeah, I'm going to need a list. I'm going to need a list that I can choose from.
Yeah. And, Jesse, get on it.
Yeah, I'm going to need a list.
Anything for you, Mr. Bulaga?
I mean, I don't know my options, and I don't want to play that, tag game with Jesse. Hey, how about this one? Not good. So, just a list would be good.
We will get that to you. Hey, before we get into Packers Bears, I saw a question in our YouTube comments that caught my eye, and the question was about the Lambeau Field mystique. Because obviously, it's from Dr. Denver Dan in the ESPN Madison YouTube. And I wanted to ask you, Bryan, because you were back for the Vikings game as a honorary captain along with Corey Linsley, our other good buddy. But you obviously played more recently than Tausch did. Dan's question is the Lambeau mystique still a major advantage? It feels like ever since Sauce wore a cheesehead that no one seems intimidated anymore. And I thought that was a good place to start with Packers Bears this week. And obviously this game being at Lambeau, they lost. They didn't have much to play for, but they did lose to the Bears in the finale last year. You hear Matt LaFleur asking people not to sell their tickets to Vikings fans. I'm sure he'll say the same thing today about Bears fans. Do you think that the home field advantage has taken a hit in recent years, or do you think that that's not an accurate narrative?
I don't know if it's maybe as strong as I would say. I guess it was maybe when I was there in 19, because I felt like in 19. It was very strong, right? Like I felt like in 19, you felt like you would go out in Lambeau and you would win every game. Like it felt like the crowd was majority green and yellow. You didn't see too much away team colors. I do remember that first game against Minnesota. I think it was early on we played them. I did remember seeing a little bit of purple in the crowd, which was kind of different for me in 2019, but I didn't think much of it. It wasn't really noisy or anything like that. But for the rest of the games, it was green and yellow for most of the entire game, right? So I don't know how much it's changed since then, but I do, that game against Minnesota that I went to, there were a lot of Vikings fans. Like I remember walking through the parking lot before the game, I'm like, there's a ton of Vikings fans here, and it just was very odd to me. Like I never remember it being that way. But on the flip side for this one, I think Packers fans despise the Chicago Bears that much that I don't see that narrative being too much the case this week. I don't think like tickets will be sold. I think Packers fans want to be at this one. And this one means, I think, so much more to Packers fans than beating Minnesota. I just do, right? Like, I just think that this rivalry, and now that this game actually means something, it like being at this one means more to people. And that's why I think this home field is gonna. I think that shifts back to Green Bay now, right? Like I think that mystique of being in Lambeau you'll get that feel again because like that loss last year against Chicago. I remember sitting on the couch watching that, and I'm watching that game I'm like this is slop. Like that's what that game looked like. It was just absolute slop, and I'm like this is a joke of a game. I felt like the players didn't care, right? Like that's what it looked like. It looked like they didn't care. And Chicago, they cared. They wanted to play. They wanted to do it. And Green Bay looked like they kind of wanted to get out of that thing with no injuries. And obviously Christian Watson gets hurt in that game. If I recall, if I'm remembering the correct game, I believe, right? Is that the game he got hurt in? Because he got hurt in that game, if I remember correctly. He
played because somebody else couldn't, and he wasn't even probably supposed to. And
correct, yes. Romeo Doubs was sick.
Yes, exactly. So, like, that game was just it was a disaster from the get-go, and Chicago holds that game near and dear, and so do the fans. So I think Green Bay fans hold a little grudge from that last year. So, like, I still think Lambeau holds a home field advantage personally, right? And to me, the minute this team wins the division again, I think that home field mystique, you bring it back, right? Because winning brings that pride back of like home field advantage, right? When you haven't brought back a division title like NFC North and kind of controlling that division, it kind of floats away a little bit, right? When you lose games at home against Detroit, like they did when, they missed the playoffs when Aaron was there that 22, last time.
Yep.
When you lose those games, fans, they feel a certain way, right? Like it's like they get a sense of like, what's the deal here? But when you start to win the division again, like that brings back that pride that like, hey, we're part of this thing, right? So like, you win this game and you go on to win the division, I think you get that sense of home field advantage again, and the fans feel that. So to me, it's like it's on the players to get this thing done and bring that pride back to the fans. And like it's not like the Green Bay Packer fans don't have pride; they love their team. Let's not get that twisted by any stretch.
They do love their team, but I did notice something else that again. I had to admit at the start of the show that I didn't see Younghoe Koo's aborted field goal attempt on Monday. I hadn't realized this either. I'm sorry?
No, I just thought it was weird. Go ahead.
11:15.
Yeah, it's true.
Shut up, Jesse.
Should have kept it.
So I also had not noticed this because I would like to think I'm observant, but I saw Aaron Nagler from Cheesehead TV make an impassioned plea this week for players to go back to doing Lambo Leaps that apparently that there have not been. And again, I'm like taking notes on the play, so I don't really look at the celebration when I'm at home games. Would you stop with the under your breath remarks? Aborted mission.
Subliminal Wednesday.
Yeah, okay.
Subliminal Wednesday.
Okay. I didn't realize that guys had stopped doing Lambo Leaps, but apparently there's a epidemic of non-Lambo Leap celebrations going on after touchdowns. Maybe that would help with the home field.
Is that accurate?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm not a fan, and as I have already established today, I am not especially observant, but I believe that's true. Now that I stopped to think about it, I'm trying to think of how many times I've seen guys go into the stands this season at home games, and it's a pretty low number. I think Aaron Nagler is right.
Yeah, that's yucky. They can't do that. You gotta,
yucky.
you can't do that. Yeah, you gotta Lambeau Leap when you score a touchdown. I don't know what they're doing. Like you can't not do that. Like that's like the most basic thing when you score a touchdown as a Green Bay Packer. Like you Lambeau Leap. Like I don't care what the I don't care what the situation is,
Brian. Yes,
it does not. It does not matter what the situation is. You go into the stands and you go into the stands with the guys that are like holding beers and like that's where you go. Like
you get ketchup on your jersey.
Yeah. You go find the people that are having the best time and you jump into their section. Like that's the whole point. Because if you don't do it, the opposing team is definitely going to go do it. They are definitely going to go jump into the stands when they score and rub it in your face. So you need to take back that tradition. There is absolutely no doubt. If you
I don't
let that
understand.
slip,
I didn't realize that was the case. That's Jesse, go do a little research. See how many Lambeau Leaps have been done in the last. Well, first off, Carolina, I don't know. We scored one touchdown. It wasn't great. Philadelphia,
Eagles
we didn't
game,
score.
Panthers game, we didn't score much. Vikings
not
game,
ideal. Minnesota, we scored though, and I don't think
the foot off the gas.
Brian and I were both at the game. We didn't. There were no Lambeau Leaps.
No,
and there was a lot
of
purple in the stands that day too. It was probably, I'd say, 40% purple in the crowd that day.
Yeah.
So Brian, before we move on to the actual nuts and bolts and get your ideas on Belton, how he played last week, is it because to me home field at Lambeau was all about weather and the fact we were a good football team, and I think the fact that we had never lost a postseason game until Michael Vick came in on a cold, dreary January night and just gutted us. And since then, I don't even think our record at home is 500. If it is, it's barely in the playoffs. So is it because there is no doubt with the additions to the stadium, place a lot louder than it used to be. Like it is a lot louder. So this is built to have a monster home field advantage. And I think the question marks from Dr. Denver Dan, is that who left that out there?
Correct. Yep.
Is it more weather? Because it does, and I think Holmgren or Ron Wolf said this back in the day, home field advantage is good when you're really good. If you're not, nobody gives a rip. And Seattle's finding that out because it used to be Seattle wouldn't even get games on prime time because they beat the hell out of everybody they played. So they didn't even put them on when they were really in there 2013 to 15 or 16. That's what really matters, right? It's the quality of who you actually have playing, and that builds the home field advantage and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. And I always thought the weather was obviously that to me was always the biggest thing. It's the weather and it's the elements. It's all of that, right? It's bringing teams that aren't used to that. Like, obviously, Chicago's used to it. They play outdoors. They play on grass. Obviously, the grass that they play on is absolute junk. But, they play on grass. They play outside, so they're used to it. But it's when you bring in Detroit, you bring in Minnesota, and you bring in teams from the South and the West, and they come and play in, these later months. That's, to me, the biggest advantage. And then you get into the postseason, and then it's cold. I mean, it's very cold. That is the biggest advantage to me. And then obviously, if you're a good football team, well, that's the cherry on top of that, right? And obviously, you're not in the postseason unless you're a good football team. So, good football teams create their home field advantage, right? And the weather and all those things is what it adds on top of that, right? And I always thought in Green Bay, we were so good at adapting to that, and we were just able to play through that. Like, it wasn't a big deal. Like the defensive linemen on the other side of the field hated playing in Lambeau when it was cold because, we couldn't get our footing. We were slipping all the time on our get-offs. I had no problem, taking on bull rushes. I didn't slide back when they ran into me. But for some reason, they were sliding as they were pushing into me. I don't know why. Maybe it was because I was used to the way the field was, and they weren't. It doesn't matter. But it was just the way it was, or their wide receivers were slipping coming out of breaks. Ours weren't. It is the way it is, right? But you create your own advantages, right? And I think the players it's how you adapt to it. And I think the fans, obviously, and how that place has been renovated and how they've added on the additions, they create that extra environment now, right? And the players, it's up to them to give those fans that incentive to make that.
Yeah, and enjoy it a little bit. Yeah, when you have a touchdown, go celebrate. I didn't realize this. I'm glad Nagler pointed this out. What are we doing?
Yeah.
That's fun. It brings a little juice.
I'm going to put it this way, and I know Jesse's probably mad we got to take a break, but when there were interceptions and touchdowns and things like that, we were sitting up in that alumni suite, and how loud it was, because obviously you're right next to fans, and the type of music that they were playing, way different than when I was there. I mean, we're talking hip-hop and things like that, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, this is unbelievable. This is fantastic. This is great. This is a complete 180 from when we were here. This is stuff that actually gets crowds into it. It gets the players into it. It is a complete, vibe change in this stadium from when we were there. Now I don't know if that's a policy thing or a Mark Murphy thing. I have no idea, but it is a big change of how the stadium environment is on game day, because it is way different from when I was there.
And it still hit roll out the barrel. I was sitting near the roll out the barrel, folks, and they hammered that still. Absolutely.
Yep, they still do. They still get to
turn
roll
the whole
out the
game
barrel.
around, roll out the barrel.
Yeah.
Punt.
That
was right when the punt when they muffed the punt. They rolled out the barrel, and we rolled the Vikings out of town. And all those purple folks left about 7 minutes.
They still get the tradition. You could still get your favorite Packer traditions, but get the change of culture in the stadium as well. And to me, that's fantastic.
Is roll out the barrel at the start of the fourth quarter? Are we going to have to move it if we're going to play Enter Sandman for Micah Parsons? Is it going to have to be shifted to a different spot?
I think we could do roll out the barrel earlier. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Enter Sandman needs to be like Renegade. When the defense goes on the field, and it could be with 5 minutes left in the fourth, or it could be with 8 minutes left in the fourth. But I do love adding that in, and I bet Mike you imagine it's dark. It's getting a little dark out on Sunday night. It's a close game. Snow flurries are hitting. You got the John Facenda voice just blaring over, and Enter Sandman royalty. They're paying the royalties to have that music.
Yes. They got to pay the royalty.
And you get that bump in. And Blue, I've told Jason in this story a bunch, but when Renegade came on in Pittsburgh, and we were in an absolute shootout with them in, I think, 2009, it is the coolest deal. And to have that with your defense getting hyped, and they actually are supposed to get loud, you get everybody cranked up, got to do that in the fourth quarter this Sunday. That would be legendary.
I'm finally writing that story for Sunday, and I have been working to get clarification on whether this is something that they plan on doing or not, because it was Jeff Hafley's idea. I'm curious. I was told you do have to pay the royalties, so there are some hoops to jump through. Much like we're
think they can afford it. I think
they're doing okay. I think they've got the money. But I was told that we want to, if it is going to happen, they want it to be a surprise. So we will see if we are surprised on Sunday with Metallica and Enter Sandman. We'll get to more football, directly related football conversation, because I do want to get what Brian thought of Anthony Belton. He did not grade out well, according to Pro Football Focus. We'll see if Bulaga Football Focus saw the same things as they did. After I tell you about Gruber Law Offices, and we all see the same thing there, a winning team that if you've been injured in an accident is the only place to go. There are competitors that want to take away and make it sound like they know what they're doing. They don't. Not to the degree of Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Go to the website. Find out more about the history. Everything David does in our community. It's gruber-law.com. More with Bryan Bulaga next, so stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Packers-Bears coming up Sunday at Lambeau Field, and the winner will be in first place of the NFC North through the first 14 weeks of the NFL season. The Bears, currently at 9-3, are the number 1 seed in the NFC overall, and Packers safety Evan Williams says that adds a little bit of juice.
It's definitely going to be a big game. There's, a little extra hype behind that in that sense. As a team, we all understand the type of game that it's going to be.
It should be a good one between these two division rivals. A 3:25 kickoff at Lambeau Field. The Packers 6.5-point favorites. I'm Alex Grove.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 12/31/2025.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The new royalty-free music for Bryan Bulaga. What do you think this? What do you think of this? This sounds like pretty good entry music. You're kind of walking in like Vince McMahon, strutting maybe a little bit. No. Well, we'll test a few other things out as we go. Speaking of testing things out, 2 weeks ago against the Vikings, the Packers go into the game planning on rotating 2024 first-round pick Jordan Morgan and 2025 second-round pick Anthony Belton at right guard. And then they just go with Belton the rest of the way, and then he starts on Thanksgiving, plays the entire game, all 63 snaps. Pro Football Focus was not kind in its grading of him. He admitted he has a lot of work to do, but we only go by what Bryan tells us. What did you see from Anthony Belton?
Yeah, I don't look at the Pro Football Focus grades. It's not really something that I pay attention because I don't understand their grading formula. So I don't know what they graded him on or how they do it. Again, but with all due respect, you could have a perfect game, have 2 bad plays essentially, which I think is a really good game, and you could have a 70% in Pro Football Focus. So I don't know what that even means with them. So, but I guess to Pro Football Focus's credit, or not to their credit, but I guess to not even validate them, he was a little bit inconsistent in the game. He didn't play poorly. I'm going to say that. He didn't play poorly against Detroit. In the past game, I think he had a few pressures that he gave up. Right? I think he probably, from what I remember watching, he was probably around, probably legit 3 or 4 pressures that I would probably put on him in the past game. But I thought he was overall pretty solid in the run game too. I thought he did a nice job in the run game. But that's what he brings to this offensive line, is a really, really big physical presence in the run game. He does a really nice job opening up lanes with double teams, and he climbs really well to the second level too, and is able to get to the second level and seal linebackers and things like that. So that's what he does well. Obviously, he needs to work in one-on-one situations as a guard and pass blocking reps. That's where he struggles, and that's where he kind of got beat from time to time, is in those situations. So that would be, to me, when he's watching the film, and that's probably what he's mentioned or what he said, there's things he needs to work on. It's the one-on-one matchups in pass pro. Because that's where he, from time to time, lost reps at, right? He gave up some pressures. But I think for his first road test, and a huge road test, right? I think we could all say, that was a playoff atmosphere. There's a lot of nerves on that game. There's a lot riding on that game. And for him to go in there in that situation, and I think play a pretty good game overall. I think I get he graded a certain way and he gave up some pressures and things like that. But I would say that there's a lot of encouraging things to watch on tape that he can build off of, right? And there's correctables and there's things like that. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, man, this was a disaster. This was a disaster. It wasn't. There's easily things that he can clean up, get better at, and move on to this week. So I'm still very encouraged by the way he's playing. I think the way that he played from Minnesota to Detroit, they were 2 different games the way they played too, right? Minnesota, they ran the ball a bunch. Now they threw the ball a little bit more against Detroit, and that's a different skill set, pass blocking. Right. And Tausch knows that. I know that. You get put in different situations. It's a whole different game when you're asked to be put on an island a little bit more, and the way they do things, right? Zach Tom gets put on an island. The center doesn't slide to the right that much. The center slides to the left quite a bit, right? He slides over there, and Zach Tom gets put on an island. The right side gets left alone a little bit more, so that means Belton's going to get left alone a little bit more as well. And that's just the way things go. That's the way it goes with the way the protection's set up based on who you think your strongest tackle is, so to speak. So they're going to, with that game, they're going to chip Hutchinson and slide the center left. So that's the way it worked, right? So that puts Belton in a little bit of a situation where he had space to cover one-on-one situations, and hey, he won some, he lost some. But I think he's gonna be fine. He's a big physical presence, and he's gonna learn from it. I think, because I think he's a solid player in there.
Blue, have you noticed, is the run game a lot better with Belton in there than when Jordan Morgan was in there? And vice versa, Was the pass protection similar, or is it better? Because Jason might be able to get his dream of having a pass-blocking guard just come in and substitute on 3rd and 5.
It's not 11-15.
No, and I'm joking, but so I guess can you just let our fans know how is the run game this much, because it was noticeable. Yeah, they highlighted a few of the duos, and it was backside Sushido and Banks were really, and there was a lot of space on a few of them. Is that run game a lot better with Belton in over Morgan?
I mean, they are a lot more consistent, it seems like. It seems like they're a lot more consistent. It seems like they are handling the down guys a lot better on that side of the ball right now. If that you understand what I'm saying. Like, so the double team on that side of the ball is a lot better. Even if it's one-on-one, there's movement being had right now, and guys are being displaced off the line of scrimmage, which is obviously the most important thing. He's moving guys off the line of scrimmage and creating space for the running backs to get going off the initial, snap of the ball. And then what I think is really good too, like on these duos that you're talking about, which Jacobs is obviously fantastic at, he's giving, between him and, whether it's Sean Ryan or it's backside with him and Zach Tom, he and whoever he's comboing with is giving Jacobs room to get into the line of scrimmage, right? Mm-hmm. To set blocks up, right? So when you're able to give Jacobs time to set these blocks up, he can manipulate linebackers for you, right? So he can bring linebackers to you when you're double teaming these down guys, so you can stay on the down guy longer and then allow him to bring the linebacker to you instead of chasing linebackers. Because when you got to chase linebackers, that means you're letting the down guy go too early, then he can make the play, which is just what's kind of been happening early on in this season. They've been chasing guys. That means you're cutting up the down guy loose, and then he's making the play, and it's just that's what it's looked like early on. From a pass blocking standpoint, he gave up pressures, right? There were pressures on the day, but there weren't it wasn't like there were no sacks. Jordan didn't get hit. There weren't any big hits. You're ooh, that he can't be taking those hits. There wasn't anything like that. So I don't know if I'm going to say the pass blocking was worse by any stretch of the imagination. I think as a group, they still need to get better at that, right? I think there's good elements to the pass blocking unit. I think that's still something that they need to improve on as a group. And what I mean by that is passing off stunts and things. I think they need to get on the same page with that, because I think that's their one spot that they struggle with right now. And that's when you rotate centers in and things like that, when there's a lot of twisting and stunning, especially with linebackers, it's passing off stunts and getting on different levels that becomes an issue. It just does. And that's what they need to work on a lot. But I don't think that they're any worse in the pass game. And I think in the run game, they've improved. I mean, you could see by the numbers. The numbers are what they are, right? You look at the Minnesota game, and now you look at this game. I think Jacobs was at 4.9 a crack. And obviously the Minnesota game, once he entered it, they ran the ball really well. I don't know the exact numbers in the Minnesota game, but they were very, very good, if I recall.
So, Brian, I made a controversial statement that I don't know if the film backs it up. Oh, and I've been looking forward to asking you about
Where did you say this controversial? It wasn't on our show.
It was on this show.
Really?
You got after me for it. And it wasn't even 11:15 that day.
We're going to need a new plan, Tosh.
I thought you weren't even involved,
Never
Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse.
So I said that it's possible, and it pained me to say it because we love Elton Jenkins on this show. He is one of our guys, like you. But is it possible, I asked, that they're actually better off with Sean Ryan at center than they were with Elton at center, just because of how it has now caused them to reconfigure their line certainly there are other factors, including Jordan Morgan not being in the mix. But I believe Elton Jenkins, regardless of all the stuff we were told in the offseason, I personally thought from the jump, if a guy is one of the best guards in football, leave him at guard. And that's not what they did. So do you think that it is possible, or have you seen evidence that Sean Ryan being at center has actually been better for the overall offensive line play since Elton got hurt?
I mean, so what Sean Ryan's first game starting was what? The Giants? It was the Giants?
I think so. Let me fact check that while you give your thoughts.
So it was the Giants, but he went in against the Eagles, if I'm not mistaken, right? Elton got hurt against the Eagles, but then started against the Giants.
Yes.
Okay.
You're correct. Yep.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to say about that, right? Like I always look at things like big picture, right? And when you remove what I think is a all-pro and Pro Bowl type player from a lineup, like I always think that's going to hurt a group. I always think that's going to hurt a group one way or another based on his knowledge, his leadership, and things like that, right? Like I think that's always going to be a negative. But on the flip side of that, I think the experiment of putting him at center might have been miscalculated. Like I just think that experiment might not have been their best guess. We'll just put it that way. Like that might have not been the thing. Like if you wanted to get Banks, that's okay, right? Like maybe you wanted to go get Banks too, and you wanted to bolster, but maybe the solution then would have been kick Elton to right guard, or maybe leave him at left guard and try Banks at right. You know, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if what all that happened in the offseason with him missing and then training camp starting late and then putting him in at center, how it all worked out, and then the way everything started, if he was going to be ready to do what the center position, demanded. Like, I think people underestimate what the center position demands. Like, it is a very demanding position, and I think it's underestimated because, like, oh, you snap the ball and you point at someone. It's like, no, it's really not just that. There's a lot that goes into it. Now, do I
that
think
is what Jason thought? That is what Jason thought centers do. Is you just stand there and you point at.
Wait a minute! It sounds to me like Bryan is giving me some support in my position, which would make
I don't know about that. I was just making an observation,
as opposed to a ball watcher, but maybe not. All right.
No, I just think that from a overall standpoint, like. It's very hard to, at least for me, like to say you remove Elton and they're better, right? Like that's hard for me. That's hard for me to say.
It's hard for me to say that too.
You know what I mean? Like that's a tough thing for me to grasp. But like Elton at the center position compared to Elton at the guard position, like we're talking a big difference. And like. Because even Elton, when he played tackle, I thought was very high level when he had to go play tackle, right? Mm-hmm. But that was temporary as well, right? Like remember, that was a temporary thing as well. That's not a permanent thing. So like, he was a permanent guard, and he was a very high level permanent guard, and that's what we always have to remember with this thing. And maybe the center shift was a little miscalculated, and with missing all the time that he did. Maybe he wasn't fully ready to do what he needed to do to make that switch. But again, there's still a lot of ball left in this season to how this thing pans out, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, we're 2 games into the Sean Ryan at center era, right? Like we're 2 games into it.
3.
Yet they've won 2 or 3 games. Sorry, 3.
They won all of them.
Into it.
They are undefeated with him at center.
Yes, they are.
Number 75 in your program. Number 1 in your hearts. Much like it was back when you were playing.
Yep. It's true. That's true.
We got a yep from him like I usually do.
Yeah. You two are starting to morph. You guys are morphing into the same guy. I don't know if that's good for Bryan.
Very similar. A lot of similarities. Yep.
I got nothing else. I can't give an honest.
Well, thanks a lot, Bryan.
I can't give a yes or no on that. Like just like we do on the pregame. Like just kind of like for you. Like I can't give a yes or no on that. Like it's just like a
Brian, before we let you go,
shout out to Alex Stroh.
I guess the overarching question of this game to me is going to be, can we stop what we saw the Bears do to the Eagles? Do you think this defense is built to stop that, even with some of the injuries on the inside of this defensive line? Because if the Bears can't do that, they ain't winning this game on Sunday.
Yeah, that I guess that's my biggest concern with Wyatt being out. Can you stop the run? And then is Quay going to be available? I don't know if is Quay available or not.
We don't know. I would assume by now that the residual effects of that stinger have subsided, but I cannot say that for certain. Matt LaFleur is going to be at the podium in about an hour.
Okay, so like those are all big questions into this. Chicago runs the ball really well, right? Like you look at that run game, and it's very well oiled, and obviously the two interior players that they picked up, the two guards that they essentially picked up in free agency and traded for whatever it may be, are very good. They're very good, and they run the zone scheme very well. But if you're able to stop their run game, yeah, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. It's who's going to pick up the slack for Wyatt. That's really what this is do you have guys that are able to pick up that?
My guy, Brinson.
Yeah. Yeah, and if those guys can pick up the slack, and obviously I think McDuffie did a great job against Detroit, right? Like I think he did a great job against Detroit. Mm-hmm. I think Chicago's run game is a little bit different. I get that it's Ben Johnson's run game, right? I understand that. I think Chicago is kind of their offensive line is a little bit from an interior standpoint. The interior guys are playing at a higher level in Chicago right now, right? Like those center and two guards are playing at a higher level than Detroit's guys. So you need your middle backers to be playing at a high clip because that's where everything happens with Chicago's offensive line right now is the interior three. So I think Green Bay can do it. I think those guys can do it because it's all about penetration against this zone scheme. Against Ben Johnson's scheme, it's penetration. If you can disrupt in the first two steps of as offensive linemen, we want to get our first two steps down. If you can disrupt in the first two steps and get initial kickback and pushback on this offensive line, yeah, you can stop this run game. But if they get their double teams off and they get initial movement off the line, it's an issue. Yeah, it's an issue.
Mm-hmm. All right, Brian, I look forward to talking to you on Sunday during Green Bay game day, and I'm very appreciative of you not only being on that program, but now adopting my don't say yes or no to Alex Stroh's yes or no questions. Dude, we're always smarter thanks to you. We appreciate you so much. Thanks.
All right, guys, take it easy.
That is the great Bryan Bulaga with his will continue to experiment with his royalty-free walk-up music. But he will always provide good insight.
The good news is,
no matter what.
Homer's has always been royalty-free, right?
I believe so.
I don't know what the rules are.
We're going to find out today.
For Duke Tomato and the All-Star Frogs, I do know that if Duke Tomato was a true rock and roll star, he'd be able to be booked at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Maybe even have some merch in the rock shop.
With Dolly and the whole crew down there. And yes, indeed, we just had a long discussion yesterday. Jesse's got the slips. We were down there in May. Jordan Love, MVP, plus 2,500. They got a great sports book. They have great table games. They got a ton of slot machines. Everything you're looking for at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. It's about 60 minutes from the greater Madison area. Now is the time to experience what true high-limit play feels like, surrounded by that rhythm, indulgence, and unmistakable energy of Hard Rock Casino Rockford. We'll elevate that high-limit room experience, deliver premium table games play that is tailored for discerning players with enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer stands on a soft 17, which is huge. You'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. And you know what? If that's not your jam, they got great noodles at the UU Noodle Bar. They got steaks. They got everything. Today's Wednesday, too. If you're on the older side, head on down there. They got the old senior citizens discount going today over lunch. So they got everything you're looking for right down there. Hard Rock Casino, Rockford. Again, 60 minutes from Madison. What you laughing about, son? What you laughing about?
We saw a huge uptick in person attendance for our show, the second show we did at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, because of that lunch special. So we appreciate them having that.
Heck yeah.
We had a much bigger crowd, and it wasn't just because we were there. That's why.
My favorite part
amazed.
was when Tausch thought it was for us. He asked one of the wait staff, "Oh, no, it's senior lunch day. It's always crowded." Oh,
I never once asked any questions about that. I don't know why you make stuff up.
I remember that differently then.
And tons of fat guy jokes as well.
Yeah, tons of them.
The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and I have the perfect gift idea for you. A custom holiday gift box filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. Or you could also try the new Holiday Stick Sampler Pack featuring Winter Wonderland, Mary Berry, Gingerbread, and Santa's Cinnaberry. It's stick size and a great way to try all the favorite flavors of the season. So go to Kringle.com to order or call them at 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, 1 electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list and get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
This is Bryan Bulaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch. We've got a little catching up to do. So we always want to maximize our time with Uncle Uber driver, Steve the Homer True. So, Tausch, your concern level with the Bears run game without Devontae Wyatt available is what?
High. To me, it's the only formula that gives Chicago a really good opportunity, other than obviously creating tons of turnovers, which is, their formula is creating turnovers and running the ball down people's throats.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Green Bay has proven they're not a turnover operation.
They are not.
That's not something that we do typically. Now, I would guess Chicago's going to be ultra aggressive in trying to do that. And, Jordan has, not recently, but early in the season, gotten away with a few. But
sure.
The stats are the stats. And what does he have? 3 picks on the year. He has been
3 picks.
Awesome.
I think they only have
with
7 total turnovers.
So, yeah, and he had a strack or two. I think there's the one strack, obviously the big one in the Dallas game before the half. But he has been really good protecting the football. So I think the way Chicago is going to be able to move the football will be that route. Jeff Hafley knows that. And if I am doing this, I am going to play a lot of man, and I am going to let Evan Williams really be aggressive and making sure he is filling and coming down. He has proven to be a great run stopper. And I sent you guys that little clip of Ben Johnson talking about that's the best safety tandem in the league.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
Okay, it's on the show sheet. Well, that's where I think you look at and say, well, that's a big difference from what we've seen the Green Bay Packers in the past. So can we hold up front? Brian is 100% right with his assessment of the interior part of Chicago's offensive line. Joe Thuney is a champion, man. He wins every – you talk about left guard wins, losses. I don't know if there's a left guard with more Super Bowl championships than Joe Thuney. He's fantastic, and he's still playing at a high level. So all of those things factor in, but I do know this. If Green Bay is good against the run and limits them to about 3 a carry and don't give up any big chunk plays, I don't know what the formula for the Chicago Bears on offense will be with a quarterback that's completing the ball at only a 59% clip.
We're going to call an audible here. Usually Homer joins us in the 3rd segment of the 10 o'clock hour, but since we're late, we've been doing this with Domofsky lately, too, on Fridays. I think it's worked better. So we're going to talk to Uncle Homer next.
Homer does usually bank on me calling him at 10:40, so we'll see what ends up happening with.
So do you think we shouldn't do this?
No, I don't. I think we should stick to our plan and call him at the usual time. But you're in the command chair.
I feel
tell
like
Jason how great he is,
Captain Wildy. If you want to steer the ship this way, we'll see what happens.
He's a good ship steerer, isn't he? He does a great job.
Yes, he is.
You guys are full of ship.
Indeed.
I would just like to say that I just want to hear from Tausch on Coors Light, and then we'll figure out what we're doing next after that.
All right, and whether you're tailgating pregame, waiting for Homer's hit on our show, celebrating a big Wisconsin victory over Marquette this Saturday, crack open a Rocky Mountain cooled Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filter, and it is cold packaged. So it is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We will see if Uncle Homer is available, if he banks on the 10:40 call or not. I do the same thing, in fairness, when Bryan Bulaga is on the Homer Hour and John Anderson is on the Homer Hour. I anticipate the call from them around 5:20, 5:22, so I get it. On Wednesdays, when Homer's on his own, I plan on him calling at 5:15. But maybe we'll have Homer, or we can hear from Ben Johnson, not doing the awkward, sure is fun to beat Matt LaFleur twice a year, but rather talking about the Packers' safety play. One or the other is next. Stick around to find out.
Wildy and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to Welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Packers-Bears coming up Sunday at Lambeau Field, and the winner will be in first place of the NFC North through the first 14 weeks of the NFL season. The Bears, currently at 9-3, are the number 1 seed in the NFC overall, and Packers safety Evan Williams says that adds a little bit of juice.
It's definitely going to be a big game. There's a little extra hype behind that. In that sense, as a team, we all understand the type of game that it's going to be.
It should be a good one between these two division rivals. A 3:25 kickoff at Lambeau Field. The Packers 6.5-point favorites.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 35% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code HOLIDAY35. That's HOLIDAY35 for 35% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta restaurants. And thank you, Milwaukee.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do.
So this is the gray area we find ourselves in musically, because this is signature music if there's ever been any. I hope that Duke Tomato doesn't require royalties, because I love this song, because it means it's time for Steve the Homer True. Homer, good morning. How are you, buddy?
I'm fine. I don't understand this at all.
Okay.
Which part?
I've never given 1 second of thought or caring much about the music relative to someone's show or segment. I mean, there's a preference, but it's about as important as which pair of socks.
Homer, you complain all the time if we didn't put Duke Tomato on.
I don't believe that's true. It
is true. You got mad about it.
Well, I don't know what the specifics were. I'm sure you're distorting them. The premise is, if, for example...
That's not nice, Steve.
For example, you had to pay something, and they say, like, whoa, Homer, I go like, I wouldn't pay a penny. So if there's no charge, there's a preference over another. But if you said, for example, well, on our show, we're not doing an intro music, I'd go, fine. It's your show. Do whatever you want.
Sure.
You ask my preference, I have one. But if it costs you a half a cent then don't do it.
Okay.
If the music, never mind. Okay, onward.
Yeah, it's
just a nice little accoutrement to all the other little parts that make the show fun. That's all. And
little is good. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Homer, how are you feeling going into Packers Bears?
I feel odd because I'm looking, and I don't really count the Minnesota game because they're a mess, but you just have 4 games now, and I want to see how they do, and what's important is how they do over the 4 games. They could lose this one and win the next 3. They could win this one and lose the next 3. This is a great test to me of how good they are, and you can't fake it over 4 games. And we can look. They win 3 games, 3 of these 4, and they're going to be a legitimate contender to get to, I don't know if I win the Super Bowl, but a Super Bowl player.
Sure.
And not which 3 doesn't matter. So we kind of, I'm just so odd because everybody thinks, not everybody, but 2 people think it's important for the Bears-Packers rivalry that both teams are good. I am incapable of comprehending that. I don't know why you wouldn't want the other team to stink. The greatness of the Packers presents the largest audience by far. What would make it easier for the Packers to win if the Bears suck? And more stories are told, bigger stories. People care about everything when the Packers are good. What makes it easier for the Packers to be good? That the Bears suck. But that's not apparently how other people see it. So be it. But I can't comprehend it.
Jason doesn't feel that way. And Homer, I want you to know because
John Anderson agreed with him. 2 people whose opinions I very highly respect. And
all right,
I can't comprehend it, but so be it.
Because they're storytellers, Steve. They're not interested. They're not fans.
Stories are way better when the Packers.
No, stories are better when it's competitive. Come on.
No.
Stories are better when they're competitive.
No, not to the people reading the stories. You're just wrong.
No.
The numbers show you the greatest interest is when the team gets
What numbers?
The numbers of the number.
Hey, Homer,
from Duke Tomato.
Homer, hold up 1 second, Homer.
The radio stations. When are our ratings the best? When the Packers dominate.
If it's no, that's not even true. It's not even true. No, it's not. And by the way, if you, go ahead. Check your downloads and everything else when people call it. Homer.
Correct. Yes.
How on earth? Hold up 1 second. Let me finish, and then I will give you the floor. You're telling me that in the grand scheme of things, it is better for a blowout win by the Packers for the radio that covers it for post games, or is it better when the Bears and Packers go down to the last minute of the game and everybody's sitting there on chewing their nails watching? You think it's more entertaining and better and more ratings if it's a rout? Do you hear yourself?
No, I apologize for thinking you actually would listen to me.
I did listen.
The greatness is determined by how good the team is. Yes,
you said people are more interested in ratings, is what you just said.
When the team is good and when they dominate, not in one game, but over the season. How could the Packers be the best team? By crushing the Bears every time they play, increases their chances to be really good. When the team is really good and the team wins, the audience grows. People want stories about a 12-4 team. They don't give a damn about what they did against the Bears. The big picture is winning. The more you win, the more stories there are that people care about. It isn't about whether I like the story. It's about what people want. People want stories about winners, and it's easy to win when the Bears suck.
But they haven't played the game yet. And leading into the game, it's way more interesting about how this game is going to play out because the Bears are 9-3, and they may still suck, to quote you, and the Packers may sweep them right into reality that they're not as far along with all their one-score wins and their wins over teams starting backup quarterbacks as they think they are in Chicago right now. I don't know what's going to happen, but the fact that I will give you this. When Matt LaFleur is going 11-0 against the Bears, and it feels like there are two automatic wins on the schedule, which was the case until the loss in the regular season finale. It is nice to feel that way. But it's not as interesting, and I'd be curious if our fans agree with you, because I do think you make a valid point that it's fun when the Bears stink to be able to hold that over your Bear fan friends. I have no doubt about that.
That isn't part of my opinion at all.
What is it then? I don't understand why.
I don't even know what his opinion is. He's
matters.
changed it 3 times now.
No, you've heard it 3 different ways, which doesn't surprise me.
Burn. Good one, Homer. Well, what is your opinion? Now that you've been able to bounce it around 7 times, what is your actual opinion on this?
On this game?
Oh. Of the rivalry, of the game, I don't know what you're even trying to say.
That matters. Winning creates the greatest audience, created some more interest in the papers, creates in our business. We want more people to follow what we do. They follow when the Packers win and are great.
Right.
That's all.
Homer, let me ask you this, Jason, quickly. We do a post-game show.
Yeah.
Don't fake strangle me, Jason. I saw you. Is it more, are the phone lines lit up in more passion after a 20-point win against the Vikings or a 6-point loss against the Panthers?
Depends on one if you're on.
No. We just lived it. We literally just lived it. What was it? We just lived it. We do the show together. What was it?
The example of those two, what were the two again?
Panthers.
Are you filibustering?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to say because his points have been refuted so bigly.
Don't ever confuse number and intensity of callers to audience. Those are 2 different things.
Okay.
Winning creates greater audiences. For a specific game, you may have a good audience that week relative to the rest. The overall relative will be lower when teams lose over the course of the season.
Okay. Leading into the game, which is what we're doing right now because the game is on Sunday.
Do it in a more numerical way. Your team wins, you average a 10. When the team loses, you average a 5. But you might get a 10 when you have that game that you spoke of where people are upset about a loss.
Sure.
Yeah. I find it very hard to believe empirically that there is less interest in this matchup with the one team being 9-3 and one being 8-3-1 than there is when the Packers have steamrolled them time after time again. And going into the game, you're just like, another Packers win over the Bears. I own you. I still own you. All that stuff.
Matter of fact, Jason, Homer has said that the Packers-Bears rivalry was dead. And I think, Homer, what did you say? It was the same as playing. You made some comment last year, and I was very upset with you because that streak was going. LaFleur wasn't losing to the Bears, and you said that was the same amount of a game as if they were playing. I want to say you said the Panthers, but maybe it was a different team.
or somebody. Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You made some comment like it's the same. And I said, no, it's not because of the history and the geography. And nope. So I don't. Do you still feel that way?
The importance of the rivalry is vastly overrated relative to the importance of winning. You lose 2 to the Bears. Doesn't matter if you go 13-3 and you get to the NFC Championship game. Irrelevant. Just 2 games. They're more important because it's in the division. And yes, this is a much bigger game because it's more amusing. More entertaining is the word I've used in previous games. Not more important, more entertaining. Yes, there's more entertaining in this game, and it has totally to do with the Bears. Only because the Bears have sucked for so long, it is now more entertaining because they're decent. That's entertaining. More important is a different story.
All right, Homer. So
where do you have this rivalry? Is it back?
What? Ask somebody else.
Jason. Ask somebody else.
No, the answer to me.
Who do you got back there?
It's always been.
Who do you have back there? Who can you who's in your car?
So
are you asking me?
Yes, you said ask
You
somebody
just
else.
said ask
He was asking who else might be
else.
with you. Talking with Steve the Homer True on Wilde and
Just
Tausch.
our
All right.
dog from hell. That's the only thing that's with me now.
What is it
I
again?
thought
What
you
kind of
loved
dog
our
is it again?
Yorkie.
Yeah, the dog from hell. So, Homer, let's just talk about the game then, and not the perception
All right,
of
let's do
it.
I'm fired up about the game. Yep. But from a football standpoint, it's very
Sounds like it.
Yep.
Yep.
So they're a little bit like the Vikings were last year, and I want to make sure I give credit to someone in the YouTube comments who made a similar observation. But like they've won a bunch of close games, they've got a really good record. I'm not sure how good they are. I know they take the ball away at a high rate, and I know they've run the ball really well.
They're not as good as their record.
So that's exactly where I'm going then. So in terms of your concern level, where is it for this game? Because I do think your point about winning 3 of the next 4, whichever those are. Again, the Packers finish with Bears Sunday, at Denver, at Chicago, home against the Ravens, and then at Minnesota. Those are the 5 remaining games left on their schedule, starting with Sunday's game against the Bears at Lambeau. So how concerned are you about this matchup? And will we be back to talking about it's more fun when you kick the Bears' tookuses after the game when the Packers win 31-14?
No, I understand that there's more entertainment. There are a couple of things. One, the Bears clearly aren't as good as their record is, and which would tend to believe that they'll lose early in the playoffs. They make the playoffs. There is one issue, though, and that's Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, not Dan Campbell, own the Packers. Ben Johnson and Detroit, they beat the Packers. With no Ben Johnson, hadn't gone so well for Dan Campbell. Check the numbers.
That's
5-1
true.
against the Packers. And now we'll see Ben Johnson and see how good he is. I don't really care about the Bears because I just care about the Packers. I want to see if they can defend the run, which they did against Detroit in the big plays of the game. But they clearly have to do that better, given what the Bears did. And then just the Packers as a team. I'm just watching them, and can they continue to show us that they're getting better, and they could lose this game and still show that. And so everything is relative to me about I have a little more confidence in the Packers thinking they can continue doing this. And if those other things show up, then you'll reassess. But the Packers should be a player, and now we're just going to see where they put themselves in at the end of the regular season because we know if they're a 6 or 7 seed, sucks.
6-7. Yep.
Tausch, anything else you'd like to do?
I'm still trying to learn what that is.
No, I think we've
That's
covered
like,
it with
like
Homer
500?
today. I'll ask this, Homer. You guys just barely got by Valpo last night.
Uh-oh.
Is this going to be an entertaining game on Saturday, or are the Badgers going to?
I was going to call in sick if they lost. I just want to let you know. I was trying to think of an excuse. If they lose, go.
Well, your dog. Just bring up your dog.
From hell.
Nobody
Go to
can
the
argue with the dog.
I don't know, dog. You go
No, the
family.
dog.
I'd come up family. Family, then dog.
Well, the dog
I
is
think
family.
Dog might rank right up there, family. Yeah, I guess that's true. I need to learn that.
Yeah, we would have given you a pass with the dog.
Okay.
Is Saturday going to be a bloodbath, or is this thing going to be competitive?
How close is competitive? I think it'll be generally it is, but I bet Wisconsin's favored by 8, 10. I expect it to be competitive, but it would be a huge win if Marquette could pull it off. They will be a significant underdog. So, what more would you like? Do I
think that's good.
To win? No, but my life would be a lot better if they did. And I just want to let you know I want to thank. Who do I have to thank the most? The freshman James, poor baby. Because do you know what? Did any of you give any consideration to what my life would have been like this morning if they had lost to Valpo?
I had not given any consideration to that. No.
None at all. None. Actually, not even a little bit.
I figured you'd say Homer's got to be so happy because I can't imagine how he would have felt.
Well, congratulations.
Homer,
it's a good win.
I look forward
to I didn't mention, and I should have, there's an immense rivalry between Valpo and Marquette. I apologize for not bringing that up.
It feels like it.
I look forward to the awful announcing rankings of all the best college basketball radio tandems and seeing where you and Tony land. We appreciate your time, buddy. Thank you.
He hung up.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he's been gone. Did you have any concept of what the hell he was talking about in the beginning of this?
I think he is trying to argue that it's just better for Packers fans that the Bears still suck, can be the chant, and it be accurate, and the fact that the games are going to be theoretically more competitive and they're creeping up on the Packers, and it could be finally where both teams are good at the same time is a narrative that people like me care about, but the fans just don't. They're not more interested. They're interested, in his opinion, the same amount whether the Bears are terrible or the Bears are good and there's more at stake. I think that's his hypothesis. I don't know if I agree with it.
The only part, I thought Homer brought up a really good point, which I had a hard time deciphering through the first 12 minutes. I couldn't make that claim, but his Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson point I thought was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. That was a very
could not
interesting
beat
point.
the Ben Johnson-led offense of Detroit. Now he's down in Chicago. Do they have the horses? I don't believe so, but we shall see.
We'll talk more about that coming up. We also have trivia to get to. I still don't fully understand exactly what the point was there, but I do understand that Prize Picks is the place that Jesse and Tausch love to go to win, like the Bears rarely have done in the past, winning.
Mm-hmm. And it's the holiday season. It's the best time of the year for sports. You got bowl games, basketball matchup, playoff pushes. It's all happening, and it's all happening on Prize Picks. Simplest way to play daily fantasy. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds. Choose more or less on two-player stats. Get them right, cash in. And you get new this season is early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, cash out before the game even ends. And with stacks, you can pick the same player up to 3 times in one lineup. Like if you think J.J. McCarthy is going to throw 1 pick, 2 pick, 3 pick more, or you can go Steph Curry, points, 3s, assists. You want to go Giannis, rebounds, assists, blocks, whatever it is. You can do that on Prize Picks. Deposits are fast and easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good.
To be right. I want to explore Homer's point about Ben Johnson. We'll do that more next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The holidays are busy. Meals to make, gifts to wrap, parties to host. When it's finally time to unwind, make it blissful with Carbless. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor with every sip. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. While it may be frozen outside, it's always flawless with Carbless. No guessing and no compromise. So whether you're celebrating with friends, hosting the crew, or relaxing by the fire, bring bliss to your holiday gatherings. Carbless, full of flavor, guilt-free enjoyment.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Packers-Bears coming up Sunday at Lambeau Field, and the winner will be in first place of the NFC North through the first 14 weeks of the NFL season. The Bears, currently at 9-3, are the number 1 seed in the NFC overall, and Packers safety Evan Williams says that adds a little bit of juice.
It's definitely going to be a big game. There's, a little extra hype behind that in that sense. As a team, we all understand the type of game that it's going to be.
It should be a good one between these two division rivals. A 3:25 kickoff at Lambeau Field. The Packers 6.5-point favorites. I'm Alex Grove.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, one electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list to get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
Feel better, recover faster, and relax deeper, all from home. Infrared saunas from Good Health Saunas use safe, radiant heat that warms your body from the inside out, helping flush toxins, improve circulation, and melt away your stress. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. I've had my Good Health Sauna for a few years now, and I use it almost every day. My skin's clearer, I sleep better, and I feel amazing. Stop by the Good Health Sauna showroom in Waukesha to see the models in person, or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
So, Tausch, we credited Homer with a really good point. If you missed him, or apparently some people left the YouTube comments during Homer's segment, which I think you missed out. So that, do what you want. Not here to judge, but his point about Ben Johnson also makes sense because of Ben Johnson's very awkward direct shot at Matt LaFleur in his introductory press conference then. Did Ben Johnson kind of think of himself as the head coach while he was with the Lions? I mean, he's the offensive play caller. He's got some ego there.
I don't think so. Oh, he's got big ego. Yeah, you don't become an NFL head coach without a big ego. And he's proud. He's not only proud of his old town, he's proud of the offense that he put together and the aggressive nature and the high octane that they put out in his time.
Yeah.
And why he said what he said about the passing game and then backtracked very quickly is because he knows they don't have that right now in Chicago. He knows they don't have Goff. They don't have an Amon St. Brown. They don't have the tools yet to execute a passing game the way that he did in Detroit. So that is why I think he's backtracked, and I don't know where his confidence level is. I'm sure he thinks they can win, but I don't think he doesn't have that same, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It's not cojones, but it's that aura.
Moxie.
I know that our offense is going to have a day because he knows he doesn't have the horses that he had up in Detroit. So he deserves a ton of credit. For him to turn this around this quickly, I don't care about point differential or anything else. He's won a lot of games. Do I think that the Bears are Super Bowl contenders right now? I don't. Do I think that if they can find a way to beat the Green Bay Packers, they believe they can be? Yes. And that's why I think Sunday's such a big game.
All right, so I've already acknowledged once today that I was unaware of something. I did see, obviously, what Ben Johnson had said about winning in spite of their passing game. You said twice there that he has backtracked on that. Why?
Yeah, he backed up yesterday, and I think he realized that what he said, it wasn't like a big boy backtrack, but it was some small beeps. It wasn't like a garbage truck.
Sure.
It was more like you get those snowplow trucks, and it's like a little lighter light, and it's a little less of a beep. That's what I would say it is.
Okay. I am curious to see what Matt LaFleur has to say. He'll be speaking here shortly at Lambeau Field. We'll update you on anything that he says there. Tausch will update you on after Giving Tuesday, the great project that he and the AmFam Children's Hospital and Sarah and everybody there are on top of with AmFam.
Yeah, and we have another hour left. We're going all the way till noon. I always say midnight. For our $5,000 match. We are close to having it complete, just from Sarah and I, and we're chipping away at the $50,000 that we need to get. So American Family Insurance will match and get it all the way up to $100,000 to the American Family Children's Hospital. All donations go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. Again, that's amfamkids.org to donate today, amfamkids.org.
More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 59. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. The holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course, don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all the details.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and it's championship weekend. Did you miss last weekend's football? 9-4 against the spread. Everybody goes deeper into profit at the props, soccer, and more, and make more money this holiday season. This week, only $49 gets you championship football weekend. You get 4 plays on Saturday, 4 on Sunday, and 9 players props. Only $49. Go to FatJackSports.com and win this weekend for as little as $49 to make money at FatJackSports.com.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? Now's the time to buy, because Ewald Automotive Group's year-end sale is here. We're saying yes to the lowest prices of the year on over 1,500 new and pre-owned vehicles. Yes to 0% financing. Yes to maximum trade values. And yes to no payments until 2026. Ewald's year-end sale. Now through year-end.
Go to ewaldauto.com.
To approve credit on select models. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Expires month end.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
We'll get to the 11 o'clock hour eventually. Tausch, before we do, you mentioned that there was a vibe that maybe everybody's playing nice here between the Packers and the Bears. Like, not ratcheting it up, the rivalry.
It's so funny when you do that. I'm
glad you're entertained.
I know it's radio, but
hey, no, we're on YouTube, and that's why we have royalty-free music.
So it does feel that way because I think Green Bay's got a little air of confidence about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bears, they beat us the last time we played them, even though it was a game we didn't really need anything for. And they're cautious. I really think they have been gutted so many times by the Green Bay Packers when they feel like they've been good that they don't want to get their hearts broken.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're cautiously optimistic, but they're not completely jumping in. And they're waiting to see kind of how Sunday goes. That is the vibe I'm getting.
So, to your point about being nice, Ben Johnson was at the podium yesterday at Hallis Hall and was saying nice things about the Packers' defense, and specifically their safety play, like Evan Williams. I don't know. I haven't listened to this yet, so I'm going to listen to it with everyone else as we play it. I don't know if he compares Evan Williams to Micah Hyde like you so expertly did, but we'll have to wait and listen.
Really well done.
Yeah, here we go. Here's Ben Johnson.
I think these safeties is probably the 2 best safeties that we've seen all year long. They're extremely active in the run game. They're all over the field, and so we've got a tall task here at hand.
Well, that's nice that he says that. I don't know who the safeties are that they faced earlier this season, but that's nice. He's saying nice things about the Packers, to your point. Choosing instead to avoid the sure is fun beating Matt LaFleur twice a year.
Yeah, I always say it's a lot easier to talk and to say, well, I'm gonna hold out and I'm gonna do all this. Everything's easier in March, April, May, June, July. When things start getting close, you have to actually go out and do. Things change a little bit, but I said this yesterday. Our tandem at safety is as good as it's been since Nick Collins' era, 2009, 10, 11. Like, it just is.
Mm-hmm.
And that group run support, creating turnovers. It's a and I think everybody has given Micah Parsons a huge amount of credit and very much deserve it.
Yeah,
because what he's done has made their jobs a heck of a lot easier. But they're still going out and playing at a really high level. So you have 3 levels of this defense you feel really good about, and that's why fans are excited, and that's why this team is going to win or lose a championship more than likely because of their defense. The defense will be the catalyst for how far this team goes, and right now this is a really good defense, so you feel really good about how far this team can go.
All right. So you said yesterday that you were nervous about some Bucs-related possibilities.
Yeah, still am.
Well, you may be more nervous after you hear something that Windy, because we love Windy on this show.
Windy's the GOAT.
He's the guy, right? What he said on ESPN Cleveland, we're going to play at the top of the 11 o'clock hour. I would say it's a little concerning. Again, I don't love to play this game. You know that. I feel like the NBA has become too much about, what's going to happen next? But this is in season with the Bucs reeling. We'll play it for you next after I tell you that you should tune in to Behind the Bucs.
Bucs Plus.
The Bucs Plus.
That's well done.
Presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Locked In, narrated by Bucs legend Marcus Johnson, takes you inside this team's pursuit for another championship. You can find Behind the Bucs. Would you stop interrupting? You can find Behind the Bucs on
swearing
Bucs.
about so much too. A lot of swearing.
What?
Hell yeah. He just said hell yeah.
You swore twice in one sentence in 9 o'clock hour.
What are you, Bruce?
Yeah, but I was mad. I'm mad
that Giannis is going to leave.
That's paying off the tease too early. Go ahead.
We don't know that. Find Behind the Bucs on Bucs.com/plus, the Bucs app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcast. Behind the Bucs, presented by Gallagher. Matt LaFleur is at the podium. We will hear from Brian Windhorst on ESPN Cleveland next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
It's a sound you've heard in movies and music for generations. The unmistakable click of a Zippo lighter. Built to last, designed to be noticed. But Zippo is more than a lighter. It's a lifestyle. From sleek new finishes to hand warmers, candles, and accessories, Zippo brings that same legendary quality to everything they make. And now, you don't have to go far to find it. Discover Zippo lighters and more, available now at Sweet Fire Tobacco and Tundra Smoke Shops. Check us out in-store or online at Zippo.com.
When you've thrown over 4,000 innings like I have, you know joint pain isn't a maybe, it's a guarantee. For you, was it climbing ladders or too much heavy lifting? Hey, we're all in the same boat. But surgery, that was never my answer.
Baseball legend Roger Clemens knows there's a better way. That's QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself. No scalpels, no fake fixes, just real relief.
What I love about QC Kinetics, these are the most respected medical pros in the country that specialize in non-surgical therapies to get you moving again.
Don't mask the pain, fix it. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation.
I trusted QC Kinetics. You should too.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Begins now. And this just came across my desk. Brian Windhorst appearing with the ESPN Cleveland crew discussing Giannis. I have I listened to it, then I corresponded with a few of my people that know the Bucks far better than me. I want you to hear this. Both you, Mark Tauscher, and you, our fans who are tuning in, and determine if this is a big deal, a little deal, or no deal. Okay?
Okay.
But I want to make sure I'm clear that we hold Brian Windhorst in very high regard here. Like, there are lots of other NBA insiders that say a lot of stuff that I sometimes wonder if it...
Yeah, Bucks fans are not Shams fans. Like, Shams been pushing this for a while. Bucks fans are not having it. But when Wendy says something, it just kind of carries a little different weight.
That's why we are doing it, because we do not generally trade in this arena. So here's Brian Windhorst talking about Giannis on ESPN Cleveland.
The Bucks called the Knicks and asked for an offer for Giannis, okay?
And?
Because Giannis said, I want to be a Knick. So people are like, oh, my God, he deleted a photo from May where he had a Bucks logo. Guys, he asked to be traded already.
Yeah, so when's it going to happen?
Well, that's the thing. So what appears is that Giannis committed himself for the season to the Bucks. That's what appeared happened. Everything he said in his mood. But the Bucks are not good. This year, when he hasn't played, they're 1-5, and when he has played, they're 9-8. So they've been 500 when he's played, and when he hasn't played, they've been getting raced. What you're asking me is his viewpoint? Would his viewpoint change? I don't know. Like I know that he asked for a trade, and then he said, "Okay, I'm going to be a Buck this year." I know that a lot of people in the league don't think he'll be a Buck next year.
All right, so. A couple things. One, that whole exchange about the trade, that all dates back. We all knew that. That was in the summertime, right? Now, when he says that Giannis said he wanted to be a Knick, I had not heard it phrased that way previously. That is what perked my ears when I heard that. I thought it was more of a, hey, I might want to leave. You should see what you can get for me. That was how I understood it at the time. So either Wendy has more information, or maybe that's not. Certainly, I talk on the radio enough. Maybe that's not exactly how it happened, and that he's just riffing with the really big show guys. Whatever it might be, that is not a new development. It's not like he said this week after they'd lost all these games, "Hey, I want to be a Knick." So the timeline matters. The scrubbing of the social media, again, I don't know what to make of that. Matthew Golden deleted his Instagram account. I don't know what that means. I do know that if you take pictures down of you, like, as a Buck, that's probably not a good sign. But that happened about a week ago, I was told. So how much should this concern us? You heard Wendy say there that he's committed to be a Buck this season. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel about this other than nervous. And that's not a place that Bucks fans want to be.
I think for the first time in all of this, I feel like mainly because the team, you said 9-8 with Giannis, that's average, 1-5 without him. It feels like the team, he doesn't necessarily feel like they can pull out of it. Now, maybe I'm wrong on that. This is the first time that I feel like you definitely have to be incredibly nervous. But then again, you're also looking at it and saying, well, where can the Bucs go? They don't have any picks. They're older. This is going to be probably it for Giannis this season, according to Wendy. And the thing that was intriguing to me is, remember when Shams put that out there, it was like, no, New York call, all this other stuff. Well, if this is indeed the truth, which I don't know, but I don't know why Wendy would lie, and he sounded very convicted that Giannis wanted to go to New York this offseason. I don't know if New York's got the pieces that we'd want back. We don't want old guys back. This is going to be a total rebuild teardown if indeed the Bucs trade Giannis, and we need to get a bunch of young players and picks. That's not the spot.
Right.
So I think to kind of summarize it, I'm very nervous about where this is at, and I don't know if there is going to be any solutions that will keep Giannis happy and in Milwaukee, and that makes me sad.
So there's obviously a reason why he isn't a Knick, right? Like if as Wendy phrased it, he wanted to be a Knick, they didn't accommodate him for everything you just said. The Knicks, they have this coming year's first-round pick. They do not have their 2027, 2029, or 2031 first-round picks because of their Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns trades. Plus, their 2028 pick is with the Nets, and they have a pick swap there. And we know how much Tausch loves the pick swap.
Yep.
But I don't know how that would factor in. They're also, from what I'm understanding, a first apron team, which when you make a trade and you're a first apron team, you have to match the salaries. So then the Bucs have to get back a bunch of expensive guys in the trade that they don't necessarily want anyway.
Yeah, you can get expiring contracts on that. That's not a huge deal. But
so if he's going to get traded, to your point, I don't think it's the Knicks, no matter what he wants.
No, it won't be. No,
right?
It can't just be whatever Giannis wants. It'll have to be. You'll
so
hopefully try to find some way to acquiesce, but it's not good news. Obviously, the season.
Still reason to be worried, is your point.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, on that happy note. Matt LaFleur is at the podium now. We will have some updates on that coming up. We're also going to play some trivia. Jesse, what do you want to do next? Because I'm getting a lot of text messages from you, and I'm trying to keep.
Yeah, let's recap Matt LaFleur next. We'll move trivia back one segment from when we had originally planned. So
okay,
we can do that.
We will hear from Matt LaFleur, who did, I see from the Twitter updates, say one interesting thing about a guy that we on this program, and Bryan Bulaga as well on this program, have been critical of. But I think Tausch has also pointed out that he's been playing better, and that is Aaron Banks. He had a comment on him. We'll talk about that coming up after I tell you about Lakeland Supply. What a great partner. We're so thankful to Vince and his team for joining us on Wilde and Tausch. And core values are an important piece of any successful business, and Lakeland Supply is no different. They've been displaying their core values in the industrial supply space for over 40 years. Integrity, excellence, stewardship, partnership, and faith. They're ISO certified, a Future 50 winner, top rated in customer satisfaction, and they believe in giving back to the community. Lakeland Supply isn't one of those catalog companies either. They work to be your packaging and supply expert, building plans around what you want. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. So set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
There's a holiday gift out there that everyone loves. It's compact, tasty, and one size fits all. It's a Cousin Subs gift card. Make your life a little easier. Give your friends and family a better gift this holiday season. Purchase $30 in gift cards today at your favorite Cousin Subs location and receive a certificate for a free 7.5-inch sub. Oh man, that's the gift that keeps on giving. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and I have the perfect gift idea for you. A custom holiday gift box filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. Or you could also try the new Holiday Stick Sampler Pack featuring Winter Wonderland, Mary Berry, Gingerbread, and Santa's Cinnaberry. It's stick size and a great way to try all the favorite flavors of the season. So go to Kringle.com to order or call them at 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. Down 8 with 7 minutes left in regulation, Marquette refused to fold, rallying late to force overtime and ultimately take down Valparaiso 75-72 at Fiserv Forum. Senior big man Ben Gold delivered in a massive way after the break, pouring in 13 of his 17 points in the second half while going a perfect 3 of 3 from deep and hauling in 4 clutch rebounds.
Back out Ben Gold, open 3, good again. He's hit 3 all here in the second half.
The win bumps the Golden Eagles to 5-4 on the season. Next up, a trip to Madison on Saturday to face in-state rival Wisconsin.
For your fellow fanatics and your number one fans, for your game day compatriots and your personal cheerleaders, for all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Support your overall health so you can be your best for those who matter to you most. Call Eric Pearson. Eric Pearson, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com. That's OAWSpineCenter.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Matt LaFleur says Aaron Banks has really kind of turned a corner. Do you see that same thing as a connoisseur of offensive line play, Tausch?
There's no doubt. I think he started off slow and he wasn't able to stay on the field or in games. And now I think with them giving him Fridays off or a couple days before games off, maybe feels a little fresher and he's kind of getting back into it a little bit. So there is no doubt I felt like the last couple of weeks he's played his best. You haven't seen the same amount of leakage that maybe you saw earlier. And, I don't know if that's another correlation with Elton Jenkins at center, if he's better with Sean Ryan next to him. There's a bunch of things, but I think he's probably the healthiest he's been. And I think he probably is starting to get back into rhythm. And, I know it's a similar system to what Kyle Shanahan runs out in San Francisco, but there is a little bit, especially when you miss as much time in OTAs and mini camps and training camp as he did, it takes a little time to kind of get used to playing next to Shido, understanding the calls and all of those things that you think, oh, he's an old vet, he knows. Well, yeah, but you still like being comfortable so that you can pick up on all the nuances, and it feels like he's starting to kind of round into shape, and I think obviously Green Bay needs him to play at the level they're paying him, which is a very high level.
Rob Domofsky tweeted this out as well from Matt LaFleur. Says that LaFleur jokingly said about the challenge of playing the Bears twice in a 3-week span, you only show half your game plan.
Okay, Adam.
That's what I was waiting for. Waiting for a fake laugh.
Good one, Coach.
Did Domofsky chuckle, or is he such an old jaded vet that he's just like, oh God?
I don't know.
I bet he gave him an eye roll.
No, I mean, would you, if you asked that question, you fake laughing?
I tend,
you're a fake laugh guy.
I tend to give the courtesy laugh more frequently than not. Yeah, that's fair.
Not on this show. You got to earn your chuckles with J-Dub. Good one.
Is it unique to try and figure out exactly what you want to do when you're playing a team twice in 3 weeks, or is that just that's the way the schedule falls?
No, I think you try and have a couple of trinkets, but guys know each other. It's a little bit different now with Ben Johnson taking over, but personnel-wise, you have a really good idea. And the fact that it's going to be 2 out of 3, you maybe think about setting some stuff up if you get ahead. Maybe run some stuff and then have the stumble bum play and maybe a keep pass or some play action off of certain duo runs. There's some things you can kind of set up for down the road, but you're looking to say, what does it take to win this game? And then we'll figure out what it takes to win the next game in 2 weeks. That is more along of what I would think Matt LaFleur will be doing.
Jesse, what's today's category, and what trivia contestant would you like?
It's
number 99?
It's actually been a couple of weeks since we've done Wisconsin Geography Wednesday.
Good point.
So it is back today for Wilde and Tausch trivia. Caller number 34.
In honor of Giannis departing the Bucks.
34.
Allegedly.
Because he doesn't have much more time to know his Wisconsin geography from the sounds of what Wendy said on ESPN Cleveland.
All right, then, caller 34 right now. Caller 34, 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. We'll play trivia with Iron Jock and Cousin Subs. We believe in better. That's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people. And 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Whether it's morning routines or weekends on the sidelines when the temperature drops, America brings the heat with Hot Hands. Hot Hands are America's favorite hand, toe, neck, and even body warmers to help you stay warm and cozy from head to toe. Hot Hands are fast-acting, they're long-lasting, and they are made right here in the USA. Look for the Hot Hands logo and the bright orange packages at your favorite store or online, and keep doing what you love out there with Hot Hands, warming up America coast to coast.
Find the most wonderful gifts at Macy's Friends and Family Sale with incredible deals on our best brands like Donna Karan, Avec Lafitte, Calvin Klein, and more, all at 30% off. Plus, take 15% off beauty and fragrance from Lancôme, Clinique, and Yves Saint Laurent. Or Star Rewards members can earn $20 in Star Money for every $100 spent on eligible brands. Going on now, only at Macy's Friends and Family Sale. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, one electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list to get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets and electrical work, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized, with shelving and storage to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Generously given up Whoa Nelly, much to Barb and her boyfriend's chagrin, so we can play.
Are we sure? We're sure Barb's boyfriend liked it too, or is it just Barb?
Barb's boyfriend never did come over to say hi. It was only Barb. So
I think it's just probably Barb.
I don't want to create any sort of relationship strife for anybody. I was hoping, that the boyfriend was on board.
I don't know if Barb's boyfriend knows about me.
Uh-oh. That sounds spicy, Gel. That's a little spicy, Gel.
All right, let's... There's no comfortable segue out of this. Let's play trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
It is time for trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs. Let's welcome in our contestant. It is Greg in Tosa. Greg, good morning. How are we doing today?
Doing great. How are you doing?
We're great. It is Wisconsin Geography Wednesday trivia.
I mean, Giannis might be leaving the Bucks. I don't know if we're doing that great. End of the golden age of Bucks basketball.
I think that's premature. I think it's okay to be worried. I don't think it's imminent. What is imminent is question 1, Greg, and that is this. By mileage, which of these WEAC campuses is closer to Minneapolis than Green Bay? Well, how else would you measure distance?
Oh, time. When someone asks you how long does it take, or how far are you from Milwaukee, do you say 2 hours or do you say 120 miles?
Time.
Okay. That's fair. Nevertheless, by mileage, not by time, which the time is affected by the mileage, but by mileage, which of these campuses is closer to Minneapolis than Green Bay? Is it UW River Falls, UW Whitewater, or UW School of Engineering?
That's good.
That would definitely be UW River Falls.
That is correct.
I would agree. That's a good answer. Yes,
Apparently, if you're sensing a theme, or if you're sensing that Jesse had like his ruler out on a map of the state of Wisconsin, you might be right, because here's question 2.
My mom's a big fan of paper maps still.
I like a good paper map.
That's very aggravating when you're trying to plan and you just punch it into your phone and you're like, this is where we're, and then she's like, no, I don't know, you can look, and then she's got the whole map like up, like, very aggravating.
Question 2. By mileage, which of these Wisconsin cities is located closer to Green Bay than Chicago? Closer to Green Bay than Chicago. Is it Campbellsport, Elkhorn, or Burlington?
Campbellsport.
2 for 2. Question 3, Greg. Say it with me. By mileage, La Crosse, Wisconsin is closer to which of these cities than it is to Green Bay? I really want to know the inspiration for this. I'm very intrigued.
Just wanted to, Wisconsin geography. We're trying to say who's closer to what.
This one's not Wisconsin geography, because your choices of which of these cities La Crosse is closer to than it is to Green Bay are Davenport, Iowa, Duluth, Minnesota, or Des Moines, Iowa.
Oof, this is a toughie.
Indeed.
Let's see. I'm going to go with Davenport, Iowa.
Tausch?
I'll agree.
Circle gets the square. Greg, I got to tell you, I'm not sure about the construct of these questions, but I am sure that you got all 3 right. Well done. That means you got 4
Jason,
entries.
who do you think, because Greg is a good trivia player.
Yeah,
Do we
good.
dare start ranking? Because Matt LePay and I got ranked 4th, which I thought was a little bit
high.
I kind of want us to do an end-of-the-year ranking of our top trivia folks.
And then you want to have, when they call in, hey, it's number 12, Jeff and Monroe?
I would love to do like Jeopardy does, a tournament of champions. We do a champion week of our best trivia. Who's gotten the most right? Because we have guys that play a lot.
Who are you, Ken Jennings?
And then when we do
No,
double geography,
definitely not Ken Jennings.
When we do double geography Wednesdays, it's a top 25 matchup. It's number 2 Sparky and Sussex and number 14.
We could
Greg
actually
and
do it
Tosa.
like the college football playoff, Jesse. We could get our top 12, give buys, and go about it the same way once a week until we have a champion. I'm on board.
Well,
I love the idea.
I can't wait for whoever takes over for Jesse during his 1-year sabbatical to do all the research so he can get the rankings right.
Yeah, this is a great idea. I'll have Riley start listening back to every trivia segment since 2020 to
now,
get
it's all
everyone's
subjective,
career
just like college.
statistics.
Jesse,
Yeah.
Jesse, it's all subjective like the college football playoff. They're going to put Notre Dame in ahead of Miami, even though Miami beat them this year with the same record.
So what you're saying?
I didn't say that yet.
So what you're saying is like Jeff and Monroe, who seemingly would be in the discussion for the number one seed.
He's in the mix,
he's
for sure.
He's
even if he's
Indiana.
had some bad losses previously, where maybe he only got one right. Like that's what you're saying about the subjectivity. If we don't look up the actual results, what are we doing here?
So if Greg comes on and absolutely kills it, and he only's on once, but he killed hard questions, does he get in?
I don't know. Why don't you tell us this is your idea?
Greg's
It's
Indiana.
a minimum of 3.
Jeff's Alabama.
You need to be a minimum of 3 times played. That is the minimum.
Is Greg still with us?
I don't know why, but yeah.
Greg, how many times have you played trivia?
Across maybe all the ESPN networks, probably 6 times, maybe.
Okay. Are there other? Have you done like Smarter Than Ben Brust or Rain
now
Man
we're gonna
2?
Start factoring those in.
I mean, those are non-conference matchups.
Yeah, that's playing Middle Tennessee State. Like, we need big boy division matchups in Wilde and Tausch. Geography trivia Wednesday should be worth 2 points.
Rivalry
compared
games?
to Badger Tuesday.
Okay. Now we're gonna
sounds like a lot of work.
Now we're gonna weigh how much each one is.
Greg, the bottom line right now for you, well, we never put this plan into place.
Like quad 1 win.
Is that you did a great job today. You got 4
Greg had a hell of a
entries
day
into Friday's drawing. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate your loyalty. Have a good day.
I appreciate it, guys. Love you. All right, love you guys.
The love you is worth an extra point.
Oh,
the love you is an extra point too.
Is that right?
So you have to grease up the committee a little bit.
You're just doing whatever you.
Play.
But
do you understand? That's what the College Football Playoff Committee is doing. So is it something completely absurd from what the CFP is? No, it's not.
You are of the belief that
we're not going to let Scuba Chad in for 3 years ago, and he hasn't called in a while, and so he's not in. But Jesse has a good gauge, and what I'm hoping for is he sends me a list of our top 20, and we then whittle that down to our 12. And he has scores, and he has all of that data. If only I hadn't fired 565
this
Analytics,
would be a perfect
we could have
job
brought
for them.
them in for this.
Screwed up. Seems like a short-sighted decision by the CEO.
I made a mistake.
If I may, this actually sounds like it would be a really fun thing for us to actually put together.
Totally agree.
But we would have to pay it off in like May or June when we have a little bit slower time of year, as opposed to the college football playoff actually happening along with the Packers.
Okay, we can do March
run.
Madness.
No,
March Madness to our top 64.
Yeah, let's do
68.
Great idea. Oh, we have the first NFL free agency news galore to react to, but sorry, we're doing our trivia tournament of champions with 58th ranked Greg and Wanakee against number 23. Hi.
Who would
Jesse's
be the
exhausted
one seed?
already.
Who's the 1 seed?
Chef Ed.
I don't know.
Oh boy, out in Prairie du Sac is always.
Jerry and the Prairie. Jerry and the Prairie should be the one.
He's got to
seed.
be up there.
Yeah,
he's a hell of a player.
He's the
now.
Ohio State,
and he's
Willie
been in
Tausch
it.
Trivia.
He's got the wounds.
Yeah,
he's got the scars, and he fights and he competes.
Yeah,
he is right now. He is Ohio State.
Jerry and the Prairie is Ohio State. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
We still have a little bit of time left.
Jeff
in the
and
program.
Monroe. Jeff and Monroe is, I don't know if it's Alabama. He's right there,
It might be Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah, he's won a couple. Yep. I'd agree.
We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
It all began 53 years ago with one belief. Every family deserves support, and every child deserves a safe place to learn and grow. When you join the team at La Causa, you support giving children a chance to learn, to grow, to dream. Their team doesn't just show up for work, they show up for the community. As teachers, caretakers, clinicians, and social workers, united by compassion, education, and opportunity, help change lives every day by embarking upon a rewarding career at La Causa. Apply today at lacausa.org/careers.
Sendix is making gift-giving easy this holiday. Sendix Home is offering 20% off a different item each day. This week, get 20% off clothing accessories Monday, 20% off home decor on Tuesday, a new deal every day through Sunday, December 7th. Go to Sendix.com to see the daily deals. Find something special for a loved one, or treat yourself. After all, you deserve it. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Packers-Bears coming up Sunday at Lambeau Field, and the winner will be in first place of the NFC North through the first 14 weeks of the NFL season. The Bears, currently at 9-3, are the number one seed in the NFC overall, and Packers safety Evan Williams says that adds a little bit of juice.
It's definitely going to be a big game. There's a little extra hype behind that. In that sense, as a team, we all understand the type of game that it's going to be.
It should be a good one between these two division rivals. A 3:25 kickoff at Lambeau Field. The Packers 6.5-point favorites.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 35% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code HOLIDAY35. That's HOLIDAY35 for 35% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Cousin Subs! Oh, yeah. Kick off December with a win, because this week only, delivery's on us at Cousin Subs. From lunch breaks to late night cravings, we've got your subs, sides, and shakes covered. Order online or in the Cousins app, and we'll take care of the delivery fee. It's the easiest decision you'll make all week. Now through December 7th, delivery's on us. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
We're almost out of time. Matt LaFleur speaking earlier this morning, and I don't think we mentioned this yesterday when it happened, but the Packers have opened up the practice windows for all three of their remaining guys that have not played yet this season. Marshawn Lloyd, who has played in one game in his NFL career. Brenton Cox, who actually was a decent pass rusher when he was healthy. He had the hamstring injury a while back. And Colin Oliver, their fifth-round pick, edge rusher, who has not played at all this season.
They'll probably just let him. I would think he's not going to play, right?
I wouldn't think so, but again, you never know where the injuries are going to strike. None of those guys play interior defensive line, so they had a few guys in for tryouts and workouts yesterday. But Matt LaFleur is saying we're going to be pretty open-minded, but it's going to be a very fluid situation in terms of any of those guys playing. The more time somebody's missed, the harder it is for them to get back, but it's a boost to get those guys back out there. Marshawn Lloyd, I am weirdly intrigued by him because I've never seen anyone have worse luck than him. But when he has been out there, you have seen flashes of why they liked him. It's just, I think they've played like 33 games since they've had him on the team. He's been played in one, which is not his fault. I guess it's less. I guess it's more like 30. But I don't know. Maybe he's your James Starks. Wasn't it James Starks that missed most of the 2010 season?
Yeah.
Then he came back and was a big factor
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be James. I'm going to tell you something. He's not going to be James Starks.
Spoiler alert. All right, since you're telling us what's going to happen in the future, Giannis Antetokounmpo will be playing for which team in 2026-27?
Atlanta.
Whoa.
There's a sleeper out there with the Los Angeles Lakers.
What?
Are we getting LeBron?
No, we don't want LeBron. LeBron's time is coming to an end.
Okay.
We'll take Doncic, but I don't think they're going to be dumb enough to trade him for Doncic.
You never know. Doncic got traded last year.
Hey, you got to ask. Got to ask. Hopefully, the dude from the Mavericks that got fired gets hired somewhere, and we can pull off, and hopefully with maybe San Antonio, we could trade him for Wemby. Yeah, that could be something.
And not even have to give up all that much.
I do wonder if it will be in season or if it will be in the off season, but it does start to feel like this is going to be it. So get to Fiserv. You never know when and if it could be, or this could just be the start of another championship run.
You sound a lot like
Tune
Homer.
into Bucks Plus to find out more about that.
Championship run.
That's it for us today. We'll do it again tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Harry Douglas.
Freddie, two things are going to have to happen. Number one, whoever comes in and becomes the head coach of the New York Giants, they're going to have to sit down and have a heart-to-heart with Jackson Dart and go through these plays and explain why and give him examples on why you must protect yourself at that position. And what I mean by examples, whether it's in the NFL this year or back in the NFL 30 years ago, you give him a series of plays and show him why you need to protect yourself. Number one, what good is a Jackson Dart that's going to be in concussion protocol or not available to his team?
Yeah.
What good is that Jackson Dart?
Yeah. Good at all.
Now, to your family, you might be good, right? But to the team that drafted you in the first round and moved up in the first round to go get you, you're not going to be available to be able to play for them. Therefore, the team is going to be hurt in that capacity.
People are buzzing about Zootopia 2, and the early reactions are in.
Hops and Wild?
Wild and Hops. The dream team. Zootopia 2 is being called an absolute blast. It's a hilarious feel-good family adventure.
I'm Haley, the snake. And your last name? The Snake.
And a wildly smart and outstanding sequel that's well worth the wait.
We're gonna be the greatest partners of all time!
Togetherness.
Never mind. Forget I said it.
Disney Zootopia 2. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Now playing only in theaters. Tickets available now.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Bruston Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Famer Kurt Warner. Coming up, Prime Video TNF analyst Andrew Whitworth. Savannah Bananas left fielder Robert Anthony Cruz. And now, it's Rich Eisen.
Hour number 2 of the Rich Eisen Show is on the air here on this busy Wednesday. We just said farewell to our friend Kurt Warner and another Walter Payton Man of the Year. Andrew Whitworth's going to join us in the middle of hour number 2, this one.
We just have good people on this show.
We have good people here every day.
And we're good people. Well, I mean, some of us, some people that might not be here today, we question.
Well, I mean, yesterday was a Giving Tuesday. Today is just a regular, what do you want from me Wednesday?
Yeah, right.
Leave me alone.
What do you want from me Wednesday?
Right? Giving Tuesday?
Well, Mad Dog has, making it mad Wednesdays. What do you want from me Wednesday?
What do you want from me Wednesday?
Followed by
tomorrow's Leave Me Alone Thursday.
The hell going on Thursday?
You know what I mean? Hell going on Thursday. And Friday is like, forget about it Friday. No, stop it. We're on Disney Plus. We're a family program every day. We're
sometimes.
Hey, your name here. You know what I mean? Like we're open for business and we're family friendly.
Yeah. Say your mother for me.
We talk a lot of the NFL, and this just in, the NFL's popular. So are the Chiefs and so are the Cowboys. Dude. Now, we did a What's More Likely on Wednesday, 1 week ago. Yep. Just a What's More Likely for the Thanksgiving games. Mm-hmm. And your What's More Likely was what's going to be the higher total. Yeah. Total points between the Cowboys and Chiefs.
Yep.
Or the ratings.
In millions, yeah.
In millions.
Yes.
And because going into the season, we had Mike North, who is the executive in charge of scheduling. He has a fancier title, I'm sure. He said because the AFC North is playing the NFC North this year.
He's the vice president of broadcast planning and scheduling.
Thank you. Very good. And I think he's also the executive vice president of Man Buns of the NFL as well. What's up, Mike? Hey, listen, there's not many guys walking around the NFL offices with a man bun.
Nobody has hair here.
No, here either.
None of us have hair.
I certainly don't look at us, right, Chris? Or you too, Jay Felly. All right.
I've got capabilities.
We digress. But Mike came on and said because there's so many compelling matchups based on how good these teams are and how it's all working out with one division playing another division, we're able to have tons of filet mignon to place on plates that ordinarily we don't place them on, because we need to have a matchup to be boosted by the beachfront property, like, say, the middle game of Thanksgiving. Right. And because they could open the season, because of that, they were able to open the season with Eagles-Cowboys.
Yeah.
Right? And then have Chiefs-Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Ooh. And Mike said at the time that could set a record. Well, guess what? It did. And what's more likely, 59 total points between the Cowboys and the Chiefs.
31-28.
And America, in millions, missed it by that much.
Oh, what was the number?
So close.
57 million and change. Woo! Is the